Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. I'm one of the string teachers at Hanson Community Arts, and this is a short video for all of you who are taking part in the Sweet Chiming Christmas Bells video that we're putting together this Christmas. So this is going to be primarily for our upper string players, so if you're a violin player or a viola player, this should hopefully be helpful to you. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about phrase endings. We've got into a little bit of a habit of thumping the last note in a melody or a phrase, and we want to really avoid this happening. Mainly because this piece is a song, and if you were singing, you wouldn't particularly bring out the last word in a sentence or at the end of the song. So we want to avoid that happening when we're playing as well. And it's all to do with how much bow we use. So I'm going to take a few little sections where this might be a problem. So if we look at big letter D for the first violins, we actually have the melody here. Sweet chiming Christmas bells, sweet chiming Christmas bells. So we don't want bells to stand out or be aggressive, because that's not how it would be sung. I'm going to show what it sounds like if I do thump that last note. It just sounds a little bit lumpy, and it doesn't really make musical sense. So we're going to slow it right down. We're going to really pay attention to how much bow we use. So I hope you saw there that I used much less bow on the last note. It's a quaver, so it's already shorter, and it's also got a little dot above it, which also tells us to be shorter. So you should only really be using a tiny little light bow. You can come off slightly. I'll do that one more time. Okay, so practice this slowly and really pay attention to how much bow you're using. There is another spot where this could be problematic, and it's even trickier because we have to finish the phrase delicately and then play a pizzicato together. So this is the second bar of E. I'm just going to use the first violin part to demonstrate, but actually all the violins and the violas have the same rhythm, just with different notes. So we all have two crotchets, a quaver with a dot on it, and then a pizzicato. So if I play it with an aggressive last note, so that was scary for two reasons. Number one, massive thump on that last high note there. It was also really hard for me to get right back round for the pizzicato because I used so much bow that the retake circle that I had to make had to be much bigger. So again, if we slow it down and we use less bow on that last note, it's much easier to hop across to the G to do that pizzicato there. So I want you to practice this slowly before you speed it up. Really pay attention to how much bow you're using, especially on the last note in a phrase. And it'll just really help it to make sense as though it's a song. So happy practicing, and I hope this helps.